Hello and welcome to Super Scores. My name's Steven and I rate and review popular film scores. Today I'm going to be going over Captain America: The First Avenger. This film was directed by Joe Johnston and was scored by Alan Silvestri. The whole film was trying to go for sort of World War II 40s sort of feel to it, and you definitely get that with this music. It definitely feels like it sort of belongs in the 1940s, or it evokes that sort of era. At the same time though, it feels dated. It feels like this score should have come out during the 90s. There wasn't any real theme that grabbed me too much, even the main theme for Captain America. It feels like he should have had a second theme to go along with it. The theme for Captain America is okay. It sounds heroic. That's fantastic. It sounds very heroic. That's all I can really say about the theme. I feel like it doesn't really explore the other attributes of him. It sort of states how people view him, but it doesn't really state who he is inside. The score is very brass heavy, so if you're into that sort of thing, I definitely check it out, but it's so jumbled in terms of having any sort of flow. It's incredibly reactive. I feel like this music goes probably really well with the movie. It just, listening to it, I had a hard time really listening to it, and it jumped around so much that I had a hard time remembering the themes that were being played throughout the song. Within the tracks, it's not very repetitive, but that is because it is so reactive. And however, throughout the tracks, it tends to repeat itself a bit, especially with the main heroic Captain America theme, which is sometimes played exactly as is, or is sometimes sort of sped up a little bit, and it honestly, it comes off a little lazy. It's like, oh, Captain America's showing up, let's play the theme, but speed it up because we only have this much time to really play it. The bad guy theme definitely sounds very sinister. I listened to it a few times, but I couldn't really pick up what is the central theme of this bad guy. And it sounded sinister and evil, but in a way came off as really generic because it didn't really set itself apart by having a really cool iconic theme to go with it. There is some variety in this score, however, not enough to give it a full score on that. And even then, some of the songs that are a little bit more emotional and sad even, they don't drive it as hard as they should have, I think. Or maybe they didn't do that just because the film itself didn't want to drive it that hard. The songs just lacked a lot of build-up, which lessened the tension. And lacking any sort of theme to play with, it just doesn't really sound very coherent. My top 3 songs for this score are first, Training the Super Soldier. I enjoy this song, even though it's very short, because I feel like it expresses a little bit more about who Steve Rogers is. Like I said, with the whole Captain America theme, I feel like it expresses him as a hero, and it describes him as others see him, but it doesn't give you a more personal idea of who he is. Training the Super Soldier does this, and it does it through going through kind of the training process that he went through to become the Super Soldier. Yes, he did go into some sort of vat and he came out as super buff, but that didn't create his ideologies. Steve Rogers spent his entire life creating the ideologies of Captain America through his experiences. And I think that this song represents that, as well as foreshadows the kind of hero that Steve Rogers will soon become. My second favorite is the Howling Commandos montage. It can be kind of reactive, but for the most part it had a central theme, and it had a great sense of adventure to it and fun. You could tell that the people on this team really did enjoy what they were doing. It's very heroic sounding, very energetic, and you definitely get the sense of satisfaction that the team must feel for all the cool, awesome things that they were able to do. And my third favorite was Fight on the Flight Deck. I like this song because of the sense of urgency that it had, and also the action music was stirring. It was fun to listen to. There definitely is fun to be had with this score, and if you're a really big fan of sort of lots of brass and, well, you don't really care about the reactivity of it, you just don't mind a lot of different sounds hitting you, as well as sort of a 1940s sort of feel to it, I would definitely check out this score. But I have to give Captain America the First Avenger a D+. Thank you so much for watching, I really appreciate it. If there are any film scores that you would like me to review, leave a comment below, because I'll definitely check those out. Also, you can interact with me on Twitter at SuperScoresWars, and if you liked this video and you'd like to see more of my reviews, make sure to subscribe to Super Scores.